what we're gonna do in this lesson is check out the Maya interface, and I want to show you where are some of the main tools we're gonna be using located, so that you get a little bit more familiar with the software. Okay, so open Maya, and this won't be probably what you'll see like right out of the box. So I want you to just go here and in this workspace tab, choose this modeling standard. This is the one that we're gonna be using for this course. I would love to go over all of this, but we don't have time in this course for that. So let's start in here. It's a good starting point. So just click that, and you should see something like I have right now. Okay, so what we have in this part, this is called and you can actually see it here. If you hit space, you can see the hotbox come up, and to the right part of the hotbox, you can hold your left click, and you'll see all these names. So for our toolbox, which is this one, I can activate or deactivate just by doing this. So I'm holding space, and between this line and this one on the right side of the hotbox, see, anywhere I hold my left click, it should work, except for this, obviously, because these are other menus. So that's my toolbox. This one here is called my shelf, which has a lot of tools. You can also bring any tool you want to your shelf, or even do a custom shelf so that you have all your tools organized as you wish. There's a lot of tabs in here. It's curves, polygons, sculpting, rigging, animation, etc. We're gonna be using polygons for now, so let's leave it there. Then you have all these menus, which you can change by changing the this tab. In this course, we're gonna be working with modeling mostly, maybe some rendering, but mostly modeling. So I want you to notice that after Windows, whenever I change this to whatever it is, it changed the whole menu. So if I go to animation, now I have key, playback, visualize, deform, and those others. If I go to modeling, we have mesh, edit mesh, mesh tools, etc. Okay, so make sure you're on modeling. Now at my right side, we have our modeling toolkit. If you don't see that, you can turn it on in here. If you don't know what something does, just check it in here at the bottom left part of the screen. Whenever I hover my mouse, I can see that it displays in here what the tool does, or what its name is. So show or hide the modeling toolkit. There you go. Show or hide the character controls tool. That's, I think I don't want right now. Attribute editor, so that's a good thing to have in there. Tool settings, that's also really helpful. And the channel box layer editor, that's pretty important. So in this default modeling standard workspace, channel box is not in here, so I'm gonna grab the channel box and snap it in here with all these others, and I think that's it's pretty clean to start working with. There's a lot of buttons and menus, I know, but let's try to get the basic ones, and little by little we will start using more and more tools and menus, and you'll be getting to know the program more as we go through the course. So right now, just stick to this. We're gonna be using a lot the shelf, modeling toolkit, attribute editor, channel box, and the tool settings. This one not as much because we have shortcuts, which I'm gonna tell you in the next lessons. But it's always nice to have it in here. Okay, so that's about it for the interface. One more thing I want to cover in this lesson is the views. So I don't want to go too basic right now because there's a lot of free tutorials in YouTube or even the Autodesk documentation. But really quick, just if there's someone who doesn't know how to move the camera in Maya, you hold Alt, and with my left click I can rotate. Okay, I'm still holding Alt and my left click. Now with the Alt hold and my middle click also holding, I can pan my camera, and with my right click also holding Alt to the sides, I can zoom out and zoom in. Okay, so this is my 3D camera. I can see it in here. It's a perspective camera. I can see the axis. Y is up, X is the side, and C, which is the blue one, is front. So if I hit space just once, these 4 views come up, and I can see I still have my perspective view in here, which is my 3D view, but also I have 3 orthographic views, and I can see their names in here. This one's for the top view, so you can see whatever you're modeling in here, you will also see it in here, but from a top camera. This one's for front camera, and this one's from the side camera. Okay, so I got into this by hitting space. I can maximize the size of any of these cameras just by hitting space again, and just by hovering my mouse in the camera I want to maximize. So let's say we want to bring this up and maximize the perspective view. I'll put my cursor in here and just hit space. Also it works for each camera. Okay, so that's it for this video. Try to get used to the interface, maybe click some stuff, see what it does. It doesn't matter, you're not gonna break anything, so don't be afraid. I know there's a lot of menus and tools and stuff you don't know, but just don't be afraid of clicking. If you don't know what something does, read it down here and look it up, the internet or the documentation. That's really helpful. There's a lot of forums and official documentation and videos and tutorials, or you could also send me a message and I'll be glad to help. Bye bye.